A double axis or second y-axis can be a good choice when you have two variables that are related to one another and you want them plotted on the same graph. For example, here I've already plotted data for water temperature versus dissolved oxygen concentration for a year's worth of data. These are two related variables. When the water temperature is higher, the dissolved oxygen concentration is lower. But the scale here that I get by default only lets me have one y title, and they're on the same scale, and they shouldn't be. They have different units associated with them. To do this in DataGraph, it's a two-step process where first I'm going to use the split y button in order to create two y-axes, essentially. This gives me an extra y title box you see here and a second y-axis that when I put my dissolved oxygen data on there, now it's plotting that in my second y graph. But when I added this split y, I also get this option for whether I stack or join. By default, it will be stacked, but I can join these together, and now I have my second axis, which I can then label with the dissolved oxygen here, and the water temperature would be my label for my main axis. And this graph would be perfectly fine. It's labeled. I have a legend showing which is which, but I know a common option that people like to do with this is to also change the color of the axis themselves. So I'm going to show you how to do that in this video as your pro tip. First of all, if you want to change the color of the axes, all of them, you can do that within the style settings. But if you want to change just one of the axes, then that's something that we can do using an extra axis command. I will hide the uncheck the draw Y box in order to hide the default labeling of the Y axis. And instead, we will add under the label menu an extra axis command, which gives us more flexibility for how we format that axis. I'll place it on the Y axis over to the right side. Very important, though, when you're doing this, to make sure you use the axis selector to select it as your second axis. Now this has the proper range for us for this dissolved oxygen data. And then if I open this up, you'll see now you have some color tiles that you can use to change the color of the line itself, like as shown here, or change the color of the text also. Now, one important thing is that for all of these, I chose the same color in the color menu. This is a convenient thing to do because this is also a color that you can change then all at the same time. If you decide you don't want red for this, you can go into the style settings, and that line color one that we selected, which you can select any of these colors for any element within your graphic. They're just separated by these line and fill colors for convenience. But I can select this tile and use my color picker to interactively change what color is being shown for everything. Note that once you do that, if you go back into your color menu, you're literally just changing what color is line color one, and then you'll see that in your color menu as well. This was your brief introduction to making a graph with a double axis in DataGraph.